level, Amy, the past doesn't even exist.
Oh,
It only exists in
Right.
our mind, so where we put our attention, where we put our focus. So to do yourself the biggest favor would be to stay in the present moment.
And that's exactly what I do because there's no use, you know, and that goes with worry too. I tell my mom all the time. I said, she's like, "Oh, I'm just worried. I'm sick with worry." I said, "What is that doing for you? Nothing." It's some things I guess you can't help but worry, but for me, it's just I kind of have an overall just peace in general about things across the board because I am in the moment. I know God's got me. I know what to rely on, and I'm content, and it's crazy because even before when I was sober, even when I had 7 years, I never had this feeling of content. Obviously, if I did, I wouldn't have relapsed. So it's a good feeling. I'm in a better mood overall. My sense of direction, my sense of knowing who to be around, who not to be around, what choices to make, what's the right thing, what's the wrong thing, is just better, and I'm better at creating boundaries. I'm better at speaking my mind without being a dick, right? Because for a while I struggled with that because it's like I was a people pleaser and it was hard for me to set boundaries. And then when I started setting boundaries, I was like over the top. And so now just being able to say, like, for example, a lady messaged me the other day, "You must be one of those people that was messing with so and so." And I'm like, I don't even know who she's talking about. But I just said, then first I said, "I don't know who you're referring to." She sends me a picture of the person. I said, "Oh yeah, we're friends." And she's like, "I don't believe that you're just friends." I said, "Like, that's your belief. I can't help you with that. But that's what we were,
I can't
you
help you
know."
with
And it's like, what do you want from me? And it's just easier for me to be kind of assertive and know what to put honestly, afterwards, I was kind of like, why did I even respond to that? But, there's still pieces of me that I have to work on, of course, but I'm open to that. I'm able to recognize where I have to be careful and where I am exceeding, so that's pretty much it. And it feels good. It's people notice too, like more people want to be around me. When I go to meetings, I used to never share. I never really, because I feel like I was too worried about what people would think versus just saying, and now I go in and they're all like slapping each other like this one's a hoot, listen to her. It's just because I'm unfiltered and I'm just real. It's about this is what I went through, this is what it is, and if you don't like it, go to another meeting. I think the honesty piece and being open about where I was at keeps me from going back. Because if you try to sugarcoat it and make it sound better, you're just deceiving yourself. You're just hurting yourself.
yeah, you were given a golden opportunity. You did good.